Hello, hello, hello. Anybody in the door? The door's wide open. Come on in. My Renaissance Grandma, how you doing? The old, the everyday life of an old-ish chick. How you doing? I'll wait till some more people come up in. How you doing, Tan? Hello, everyone. She said. How we doing today? How we doing? I don't know. You gonna keep opening and close the door? Or you gonna close it? Everybody saying hello to one another. I trust y'all had a nice day today, not too cold. I was outside enjoying myself, cutting some wood and stuff, and it started getting chilly. The Bud Files, how you doing? Hands in the dirt, how you doing, bro? I said I was out there cutting. I was doing the stuff for the beehive, but it's getting a little chilly out there, so I just brought it on in. Everybody saying hello to one another. We get one more person in, and I'm gonna start doing what I'm gonna talk about. Hello, everybody. If you need a topic today, it's gonna be what is my topic? The telephone or slash computer. What would your life be like if you didn't have neither one of them? If you didn't have this cell phone, an iPad, or this computer, what would you be doing right now if you didn't have these items? What would you be doing? And the thing that made me think about it is Living Out Loud podcast after dark. How you doing? I'm thinking about this stuff because you may have heard before. I said before that they put a telephone pole less than 50 feet from my house. It's not on my property, so ain't too much I can say about it. And it's a kinetic internet, some new stuff that coming out. And I was thinking about it because I picked up my not my iPad, but I picked up the iPad in the other room. There was nothing on it. Wi-Fi still showing up there and everything. And this stuff been going out for the past 2 3 weeks. My internet been going in and out, in and out, always buffering. Some I never had a problem with before they put that pole here. And I was just sitting down thinking, what would our lives be like if we didn't have this? If we didn't have these cell phones and these iPad and these computers? So I take you back to my childhood when we had one phone in the house, and the phone was always in the kitchen or in the dining room. Sunday backyard farmer, how you doing? There was only one phone in the house. Me as a child and the other siblings and everything, we didn't do like the kids do today. We were out somewhere. We were doing something. We were out getting fresh air. We were out playing games, playing ball, doing thing that kids love to do on the outside. But what do you think our kids would be doing today if they lose their phone? If we lose all the service and everything, what would the kids be doing? Not just the kids, but what would us adults be doing? We took in back in the old day, you had a telephone. You can, well, I might be telling my age, but we did. You can get on the telephone and you can talk to the operator, and operator asks for the number. They punch it in, and you can talk to somebody. What happened if we lose this phone and these iPads and stuff? It's something to think about. If we didn't have it, think about it. We'll go back to having friends, go to our friend's house. We'll be walking in the park. We'll be tons of fresh air. We'll be talking to each other in the house. We'll be talking to it won't be a separated family the way it is now. I'm in this room, the wife's in the other room, the grandson in his room, and we got computers, TVs, all the stuff in these rooms. When I grew up, I think me and my mom, her boyfriend, we used to watch TV and everything together. We really didn't go in separate rooms until about 7, 8 o'clock. We had TVs in a black and white in our room, but we had a big TV in the living room, and that's what we basically watch. Deborah Garrett, how you doing? Oldham's Homestead, how you doing? Miss T with the T, how you doing, sis? Marketplace Boutique, how you doing? Stay Hall, how you doing, sis? Tamika Davis, how you doing? And I'm just saying, I'm thinking about this stuff because my computer and stuff keep going out due to the stuff that they're putting in, but they say it doesn't have anything to do with it, anything to do with the Wi-Fi and all that. But before they put the stuff out here, I wasn't dropping as much or couldn't use my computer and all that stuff. But now there's it seemed like there's a time gap. When I come on with Miss T in the morning, I'm good until about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Then it seems like I can't get online or anything. And then what does that do? That makes me get up off my backside and go do some work. As long as we got these computers and all this stuff going, we'll sit right here, or we'll be out working, but we'll have the phone in our hand. I watch my grandson on the camera and stuff. He'll walk out the house and he went to go feed Savage. He got his phone in his hand. He'll open up the cage, feed Savage, lock it back up, then go over to the sheep. He got his phone in his hand. He just keep going. He'll feed the sheep. Next thing you know, he got his phone back in his hand. They act like they can't live without this. I know all our information, everything. We go by this phone because it's like this is our second brain. This cell phone is our second brain. We could put everything on here. We put our notes on here. We put accounts and all the stuff. We keep it on the phone. We say it's handy. How many people can raise your hand if you can just straight off the bat say 10 telephone numbers of people you know without having to get your phone out? Let me see some hands. 10 people that just raise their hand and say, I know the numbers. I know numbers. 9 times out of 10, we don't know numbers, we know names. You pick up your phone and we'll tell a phone to dial somebody, or we'll take and open it up and go where the folks we don't talk to them already. We'll press it and keep going. This right here, this is my grandson's iPad. This is his first iPad. He started getting he started out with 2 knobbies. That's might as well say it's an iPad. He started out with 2 knobbies. He got those at 3 years old. He had 2 knobbies, 2 iPads, 1 laptop, and several cell phones. Several. And he's only 11. What would we or they do if they didn't have this stuff? I look at it again. This is something else that separates the family. This separates the family. Well, instead of us being one, we're going to these separate locations so we could do what we want to do. We can be private, do stuff you ain't got no business doing, watching stuff you ain't got no business watching. Because if it was just a family here, you wouldn't be doing all that. It's the thing that gets me most is we're so dependent on it. And when I was thinking about it, I thought about when we was in the military, there was no cell phone. We had a phone that you hook wires up to, and whoever Camo is, he might run it for a mile or so. We get on that little phone, we turn the handle on the side, and we talk to somebody that way. That was it. We give a call sign, but in the process of talking, when you finish talking, you say over so they can talk. We might need to do that here on YouTube and stuff too. Say over so another person can talk. Most of the time we talk over each other. But I'm just thinking about it. And I was thinking about the preppers as well. The preppers, they do all this stuff and they tell you be prepared, be prepared. What happened if we lose the services with these cell phones? What happened? I know a lot of them say get walkie-talkies and stuff. Yeah, you can have a walkie-talkie, but what happens when you get out of range of the other walkie-talkies? Even if you go on a CB and you get out of range with the CB, what are you going to do then? It's just something to think about. What would we do if we didn't have any of this stuff? Yeah, a lot more of us would be out there gardening. A lot of the children would be out there learning how to garden. Just think about it. There's a bunch of people came in. Breeze Omega, how you doing, bro? David Hoskins, how you doing? The New Orleans Garden, how you doing, Miss Linda? Laura's Garden, how you doing? So this is just something for us to think about. You want to make a statement? You got something to say about it? Come on in. The link is dropped. Because this is how we do. Sometimes we can't talk about it all ourselves because I know everybody else was thinking about these things too. There's always something that want to make us think about something we doing. And me, sometimes I think it's a bad thing that everybody in the family got a cell phone. Everybody in the house got an iPad. Everybody in the house got a separate computer. All the stuff don't do nothing but makes everybody in the house separate. LP, how you doing? My brother, hands in the dirt. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good. How are you?
All good, all good.
Yeah, I agree with you. 100%. I'm so guilty with my phone. Um, this thing is like we've gotten so addicted to them. It's hard to be without them. I do have all my information on here, my banking and this and that, and it makes so many things so convenient. Some of the stuff gotten to be too convenient.
True, true.
Just gotten to be too convenient, and it makes me make excuses like if it's cold outside. I
Plain and simple. If it's cold outside, we ain't going out there.
No, sir. I check my phone though. You know what I'm saying? So let me go hit this weather. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to wait on the weatherman like we used to have to wait to see what the weather. You know what I mean? Let me
Right.
going on right now. This because you can check the temperature by the hour. Like, oh yeah, they tripping. I ain't going out that day, bro. Nah.
That's a fact.
I got out there today, fooled around in a little bit. Got my truck stuck in my backyard.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I got truck stuck back there. I mean, I fool with it in the morning. You know, so
Okay.
I take that back. I'm not gonna fool with it in the morning. I'll fool with it tomorrow once it warms up.
I understand.
Yeah.
Pescatary Garden, welcome in. Miss D's Hollywood Garden, welcome in. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, but we're one thing that I see that we're doing that we should, have a limit on is, we're giving these phones and these iPads and all these different things to little bitty children. And it's good that they should be knowledgeable and know how to navigate, you know, um, systems now because, if you put it in front of them, they definitely will learn it. Um,
Right,
but, you know, some people use them as babysitters. And I've
right.
seen that. I've seen that in my family. My little cousin, she got the little iPads for all her little girls, and she just hand them out their iPads,
That's it.
and they go to Lala or whatnot. But
That's it.
it should be.
You turn your iPad on and leave Ma alone, leave Pa alone, and
Right.
the iPad doing it all for them,
Yeah.
except for feeding them.
Yeah. Don't feed them. But some of it now, if they're doing some educational stuff on it, which they do have a lot of educational stuff um,
Right.
on these things for kids, then that's good. But if they just watching videos 24, so whatever, something that's not educational, yeah, you got to put some limitations to it. But yeah,
Yeah.
these things are definitely, they not only babysitting kids, hell, they babysitting grown ups.
This is true.
I'm getting,
It-
you know what I'm saying? They get to babysitting me.
Especially when you come on here and somebody said, "Man, you all over the internet. You in this chat, you in that chat." Oh,
All
I
right.
didn't think I was all over the internet, but
Yeah,
this computer makes it so convenient for you to do that stuff.
it does. And, I once was, I don't read as much as but, I'm a heavy, I've always been a heavy reader. I got books out the yin yang, and I just like to know stuff. But having this phone or your laptop or whatever you use, at the tip of your fingers, you know, all that stuff is online now. You know what I mean? So I don't, yeah, I read so much stuff like online, and I watch a lot of documentaries, and you know, Shelby always tell me it's just useless knowledge. She like you got all kind of useless knowledge, but it's just stuff. It's interesting to me. I want to know. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
yeah,
I'll be truthful with you. Yeah, at a point, this stuff is good because realistically, I knew about our history, but since this computer thing came along, I learned more about our history, what was, what could have been, and what should have been. And now, hey, sometimes looking at this thing kind of make you want to cry.
right. And what I like about it, the diversity of the history, like you it's not just coming from one point of view. You know what I'm saying? You could go look at one topic and it comes from several point of views, and then you'll see okay, this was cross-referencing this one and this one, and they're saying the same thing. So, there may be some truth to this, or somebody may have something just outlandish and we just supposed to believe it. So now you can go and research all these things and find out, for yourself, what's true and what's not.
That's true. So, in other words, these cell phones, computers, and stuff really kind of made us lazy.
It did. I
It,
thought, yeah,
truthfully speaking, it made us lazy.
thought my eyes were going to go bad from reading. My eyes going bad from looking at this daggone little screen.
That's it. We used to have Encyclopedia Britannicas and everybody has encyclopedias. Now, if you find a encyclopedia in somebody's house now, the house been around for over about 50, 60 years and nobody never touched nothing in there.
Yeah. Now, we never had all the encyclopedias. Somebody gave my mom a set of old encyclopedias. I was missing. There's 26 letters in the alphabet. I probably was missing about 13 of them. I might have A, B, E, G. I never had, yeah.
I
But
had 2 sets of them. I had 2 sets.
to me, there's no excuse for a student if they want to learn something. Everything's at your fingertips now.
Right.
Yeah, everything's at your fingertips. Now, I ain't saying that everybody got to be an A student or nothing like that, but you should.
But in reality, it makes us not want to study because we do have it at our hand.
Right.
Because it's easy access. I got a test tomorrow. Instead of getting in that book and actually learning something, I'm gonna go to the iPad or the computer and I'm gonna look it up. It's gonna tell me what I need to know, and that's all I want to know. I don't want to know nothing extra, just what I need to know.
Well, it's based on the way a lot of this school curriculum is set up too. A lot of the school curriculum is set up. They teaching kids to pass tests.
Basically.
Yeah, so a lot of school systems are set up like that. You don't care if you learned it or not. They just teaching you to pass tests.
Right.
That's sad, but it's the truth. With a lot of school systems, depending on what the curriculum is, like you need to be able to pass this standard test, and then at the end, before you graduate high school here in Georgia, you got to be able to pass this, whatever. I forgot that test
Yeah.
was.
I know it. I know the test. I ain't done them things in so long, and
Yeah.
I don't know, but I can only talk about my grandson. I don't know what kind of test they be giving him and everything, but my wife, she said, "Well, he had such and such test. Oh, he passed it. He did. He passed it."
Yeah.
My wife, she said, this morning we were laying in bed. She said, "Well, what you gonna give him this time? He's got all A's." I
Yeah.
said, I had to switch up real quick. I said, I got to see hundreds because
Right.
he got like 99, 98, 97, and then 200 or 300. I said, I give him $10 for every 100 I see.
Man, my daughter Sydney Khalil too. Sydney and Khalil, all my kids, but especially that Sydney. Sydney had you broke, boy.
Hey.
Broke. You talking about? Oh, okay. Sydney had you.
Hey. My grandson had me break it down. I used to give him straight up $50, 100, and everything. But
Yeah.
then he kept coming. It seemed like that progress report comes every 2 weeks now instead of every quarter.
Oh, okay.
So I said, man, I had to back up. I told my wife, every 100 I see, I give him $10 for every 100 I see, and I think he got like 8 or 9 grades. Grades that's supposed to be on there.
Yeah.
My wife said, don't worry about I said, I ain't worried about no gym. I know he got 100 in gym automatically. So I'm not going to count that one.
I almost didn't graduate high school because of gym. You have to have so many semesters of gym. And
Right.
I was taking gym here and there, but I was taking the stuff that mattered. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, you got the school council. She was like, Stacy, you know, you got you need to you need to take gym, you know, more classes. So I think one or two semesters I had gym like twice, you know, twice. Yeah, I had to take it twice in you know, in a semester because I didn't have enough of it to pay,
Well,
which was crazy. I thought you know, I was taking gym, but I would, you know, I wouldn't. I guess I wasn't taking it enough to get the, you know, the required semesters or hours.
I don't have to worry about that on my report card. I can always guarantee 3 A's on my report card: gym, ROTC, and algebra. That's it.
Yeah, I never took ROTC. We had it at our school. In fact, we had an indoor range at our school. You know, where they had the little ROTC, the competition, the shooting competitions.
Right, right.
They do that now with these kids, boy, shut up the school.
We had it at our school too. The only problem with it was we had a sergeant that was assistant platoon sergeant. I mean ROTC sergeant, and he'll just wait till the students. We had them air guns that you had to pump up,
Yeah.
and he'll pump it one time, and he'll put the BB in there, and he just look for somebody that ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. He'll shoot him in the leg.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did it on purpose, but he know the kids weren't gonna say nothing. But he did it on purpose.
Man,
I said, shoot me. I said, shoot me. I was
yeah.
gonna pump that fella back up and shoot it right back. He'll think he was back in Vietnam.
He just shot me with that thing. But I went home and told my mom. She told my dad and my uncle, man, they came up there and beat the damn brakes off that joke.
No, well, the thing with it is when you just pumped it once, it didn't have that full force.
It's barely coming out.
Right.
Yeah, because I had to pump the fool out of them to get them to do anything.
Yeah, when we was on the team, on the rifle team, we pump it like 6 times just to go 25 meters.
Yeah.
And, hey,
but
but
my school, I think they was actually shooting a 22. I think they was actually shooting real bullets. 22.
now I was in Chicago. We had the air rifles.
Well, y'all needed it up there. You know what I'm saying? The daggone slingshot.
Hey. But and even with that, we didn't have cell phones and stuff. Kids was in a rush to get to school just to do stuff like this.
Yeah, school was fun to me.
Yeah, that I had auto mechanic, I had wood shop and all that stuff, and it put something in my mind how to do stuff yourself.
Yeah.
But now we gonna Google it. Hey Siri, how do you fix this and how do you fix that?
Oh yeah, I'm YouTube.
Be quiet, Siri.
I was just telling Chef we was watching. We like watching these shows where they be remodeling homes and all this and that. And I was telling her, you know, stuff that I made when I was in wood shop and the tools and the stuff that they used to let us use. And I said, could you imagine that now? You know what I'm saying? They need it now. But I said, could you imagine these kids out here at wood shop and metal tech and all that, you know, out here with grinders and boy, good God Almighty.
You put it in their hand to be totally crazy. What is this?
Yeah.
What I do with this?
Man, they been there making shanks. Been metal shop making shanks. Trying to figure out how they can make a 22 or something. Man, these little kids.
Right. And like I said, I learned how to do drywall and stuff when I was 10 years old. I had an uncle, he had a drywall business, and he go build houses, and that was his job and all that stuff. He'll take me with me, and he gave me a hammer. He said, just hit that nail till it go like a little hole in there. Just do that every place. When I said I got good at that, he gave me a hammer with it wasn't a flat hammer, it was a rounded hammer. So when you hit it, make that little cup in there. And once I done did that, he'll say, take this right here, just take and put the mud all over it, and then come back and wipe it off. He showed me how to do it and everything. I was 16 years old, came down to Georgia for the first time, met my grandparents and stuff, and they were building a new home. And they had sheetrock up in there, and I started putting the sheetrock up for my grandparents and everything. You know how to do that? Yeah, I know how to do it.
Yeah.
I said, just help me put it on the wall, and I did the rest.
Yeah. I was raised around that, man. My family did all that kind of stuff. And contractors and built homes. Yeah. Tom Jr. was his father was my great uncle. They built homes.
Right, right.
We had painters, roofers, you had to do all that concrete work, all that kind of stuff.
And
Asphalt.
and truthfully, that the children today, these Gen X or whatever you want to call them,
Yeah.
you put a hammer in their hand, they're lost.
Yeah.
Now, if they're gonna bust a windshield or hit somebody or something, they good. But
Yeah.
tell them go nail the wall up or go nail something so it don't break down, whatever, they lost.
Yeah. Well, a lot of it is, they're not being taught that because the people that should be teaching them that they don't know. That's the problem.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
We lost a couple generations, due to drug epidemics and all that kind of stuff. So these generations are lost. Like they don't know how to, you got boys who don't know how to change tire and all these
Right.
different things because nobody taught them. People that should have been teaching them how to do these things, they was high somewhere, or they was being raised by grandma and grandpa. They don't got too old to try, teach them.
Well, and
They were raised by their grandma. They raised by their great grand, stuff like that going on.
right.
Because
And
grandma in the club too. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So
and the thing to it is, you need to train these children. Let's take it biblical. Train up a child in the way that they should go when they get older. They shall not depart. That's not just biblical, but that's in life.
that's true. And there's
That's
places where, you got to get. I ain't gonna say, there's places in the city where kids are still doing things, been taught old school way. It's places definitely in the South, especially in the deep South, where they country and they do stuff the same way. It's when these people move to from the country to the city, or been in the city so long you don't forget how to maneuver, you don't know how to survive, you don't got so accustomed to McDonald's and fast foods and this and that. And it's amazing.
it.
It amazes me how many people don't know where their food comes from, like as far as you know they don't want to see somebody's a hunter, or they don't want to see that, but you go buy hamburgers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I say go watch some videos of them actually butchering um, your cows and your chickens and all this, so you can get a grasp of where this stuff comes from. You're so used to just seeing it packaged up.
No, bro. I'll wait till you put it on tape. I'll wait till you put it on tape. Okay. I'll wait till you put it on tape.
Because I was
Hey.
watching video of these folks. They were country folk. They was they killed, had hog killing.
All right.
And they was doing the way I've seen folks do it many times. You know what I'm saying? They dipped them off in that hot water and was scraping them and
Rape it. Yeah.
gutted them and and started breaking them down. And I was looking at the comments and people, ooh, and this and that. Okay, all right. But I rather I know where that one came from and know what he ate.
That's it. I would. Well, I do know how to cut up an animal due to the fact that I was a hunter too.
Yeah.
And I want to cut this sheep up, but it's too much weight for me. And my big boy don't be here that often. But he going to the freezer sooner or later.
You know what you can do? This is what I had my son out because I did 2 deer in my garage. I drilled a hole in them. I don't know what you call them things that run the rafters, whatever it is up in the
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
and I put the rope through it, and me and my son lifted them up, and then I tied it off to keep them up, and I had a piece of cardboard off. I had already field dressed them and rinsed them out, so it wasn't a lot of blood, nothing like that coming out of them. And then I caped them out, which is taking the fur off of them. I caped them out, got my back strap, took off the front shoulders, took off the hind quarters. You know what I mean? Got my neck roast, and that was it. As far as the first initial breakdown, you know what I'm saying? But what you can do is when you get ready to do it, if you got a tree that's got a limb or something, you can tie something to it and throw it over it.
Right.
Zero turn, you could hook your sheep up to that, throw the rope over, hook it to your zero turn, drive it forward, it'll pick them up.
I know it will.
Yeah, it'll pick them up. And once it pick them up, you just stop the zero turn, put the brakes on, and go to Voight.
Hey, I know. I remember what it's like doing the deers and everything. Do it the same exact way.
Yeah.
Wow. And that would be something that I would love for all my grandchildren to observe, but they ain't none of them here at the same time. But that's something I would love for them all to learn. And it's not the point of, oh, Papa killing that sheep. No, this is how Papa put food in the house.
Yeah, well, that sheep know he finna go to freeze camp eventually now.
Hey, he know that. He know that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why when I walk out there and he see me, he start crying. I tell him every time I see, hey, you going in the freezer.
He be like, man, listen, Presbyterian wants to know. She said, it may sound stupid, but can you eat a deer that's been just hit by a car? Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
yes, you can.
People, deer get popped up in the air, and they'll go over there, and you drive right by, and you come back through there, and that deer gone.
That's it. That's because you kept going, and the fella behind you, they stopped and picked them up.
Yeah, they don't pick them up.
Over on 196, going to Hinesville, they got a bunch of cows out there, and this fella worked at the prison. Somebody in front of him hit the cow. He called, "Hey, I'm gonna be a little late," and the captain putting up a field. What you gonna be late for? You always late. He said, "I tell you what, I'm gonna be late, but you're gonna be happy when I get there."
Right.
Oh boy, he came to work about 3 hours late. He had a cooler on the back of his truck.
Yeah.
And he told the captain, he said, "Come here, come here." He gave the cooler to the captain. Captain said, "Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it." He done put a quarter of a cow in that cooler, and the captain was happy. He didn't care nothing about him being late.
Listen, man, this place, this in Atlanta. You could bow hunt in Atlanta, so I hunt in Atlanta too, on some property. Some friends of mine's property in Atlanta. So when one friend I was talking to her, and she was like, "Yeah, it's a cow, 2 cows that keep coming through through a yard." And then where she lives, I'm trying to figure out where the cows coming from. You know what I mean? Because it ain't the country like that. I'm like, who got some daggone cows? Where they coming from? I ain't like, where are they coming from? Because the street that's over, man, it's mansions and what I mean? It's big farms over there. I'm trying to figure out where are these cows coming from. But the way she kept on describing, boy, my mouth just started watering. And I was like, for real? She's like, yeah, we don't call the animal control and this and that. Man, my mind just started going. I told my brother-in-law, I was like, listen, man, we might have to slide on over here. We might have slide on. We might have cows over here. I don't know who cow it is, but apparently they're escaping from somewhere. But I'm trying to figure out where. Because that street, there's not a lot of homes on that street. It's hers. Then you go up a little bit on the left hand side. I think it's not a street with a lot of homes on it. Off the top of my head, I think it's 2. Yeah. She said she talked to the neighbor. It ain't his. She said every time the animal control come, they can't never find the cow.
And you tell me they didn't notice a blessing whenever the cow come over there?
Well, she's old. She definitely ain't finna be trying to shoot. But I'll run something through them.
Like I said, if you're in the front of my house, you swear straight up and down, I'm in the city. But if you go to my backyard, you'll see them in the country. Now there's a
Right.
deputy that lives 4 houses down from me, and his wife called him from work to come to the house because my goats got out, went down by their house. They were friendly and stuff, but she said they won't let me out the car. They won't let me out the car. They're staying by the car, and him and another deputy come bringing the sheep back to my house.
All right.
Nobody knew I had stuff back there except for 1 or 2 people, and the police knew because they ride around there now and then. Hey,
Man, my brother-in-law, man, he a hunter too. Man, I cake that cow out, quarter that bad boy. Big old, them big white. I call them. I used to have a bunch of them because deep sea fish all the time. Them long white coolers they used to sell at
yeah,
Walmart.
yeah.
Man, pack that joker's mice in that right there. Get them to the house. I go to chopping one. Go to Voight. If
Let that
not,
fella.
it's a butcher shop right here close to me. I'll take him to the butcher.
Shoot. I
So,
used to take that fella, cut him in half, leave him on ice all night long. Next day, come back and start chopping it up, put it in the refrigerator.
yeah,
Just let it bleed out. That's it.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, she had my mouth, boy. I need to call and say, have you seen that cow lately? You see, there's 2 of them. A big one, a big old cow. I guess must be like a bull. Man, I
Uh,
ain't. As long as I can get up in my, because I got a stand over there. It's already there. I just leave it hung, it just stay on the tree. Then I go up there and get in that stand, let them come through there.
Tampa Creek, yes, they do have a lift. They got pulleys and all that stuff, but that fella going once that lead go to his head, everything get heavy.
It does get heavy.
Everything get heavy.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, use your zero turn, hook it to your zero, hook the rope to, pull him up over that limb, he'd be off the ground.
Right. I got some pictures where me and another buddy where we did a goat like that. Man, I'm glad it was what it was 4 or 5 of us. I stood back and started taking videos and stuff and let them do the work.
Yeah. Yeah, they get heavy, man. I didn't get but one deer this past season.
Deer got hit.
Had one dead in my sight. Missed one with my bow. But I didn't get but one, but I was lucky because I had dragged him.
Almost homestead. Look, if a state just walk into my yard, I'm just gonna consider my blessing. You right.
I am trying to tell you. I was like, man, I'm gonna call him. I might call him tomorrow. Like, he still been saying that cow. Call my brother-in-law. Like, hey man.
African Dreaming, what's up?
What's up, African Dream?
Hey, April.
Come on, man. I'm supposed to go on hog hunting, man. I got to call my guy. He down there near Telfair, Georgia.
Oh, okay. That's down the road from me.
And that's where my brother-in-law hunt club is, down that way. And he told me they got hogs down there where he hunted. But this is a YouTube dude. That green hat I be wearing, Creek Rise Outdoors.
Right, right.
Yeah, I got his number. We talk every now and then. I'm supposed to be going down there. He was like, we might have to just trap one. Like he ain't seen him. He hadn't been seeing them. But might have to, I don't care how you do it. If you trap my, I shoot him in the cage, but you're gonna have to have.
That's one of the things I'm blessed. I haven't seen any hogs in my backyard.
And I'm surprised that you way down there, boy. You ought to see plenty of hogs.
No, I got deer, fox, possum. That's all I've seen so far.
They just ain't made it up there, which is a good thing because they all over Fort Stewart, bro.
Right, right. But,
and Macon area too, that swampy area, like them rivers and stuff off of Macon, they down there too.
Right. Well, I'm gonna be serious. I usually don't. I shoot in my backyard, but if there was a hog back there, trust me, I'm shooting.
Yeah.
I'm shooting.
Yeah, they just too dangerous just to have.
And pray that that bullet don't go to my neighbor's house.
If you put the right one, you shooting the right load, it ain't gonna go to their house. I'm heavy, you fooling with a hog. Unless you know headshot.
What's up, bro?
Man, what's going on? I was trying to stay out of it. Y'all done pulled me out the bushes now,
Ain't nobody
man.
saying nothing about no squirrel.
Nah,
Y'all
that
talking
man,
about hunting.
that man I came
Go
in with
ahead,
a
Stacey.
picture up there.
You damn right. A lot of folk, man, y'all don't. That's how I actually found Hands in the Dirt. That's how I found Stacey. It was about 2 years ago. I'm sitting over in Africa looking at hunting videos because I can't have no firearms over there, and that's how I found Hands in the Dirt in the first place. I think he was bow hunting. I was like, who is this brother up in this deer stand
Yeah,
with a bow? And I said, and then I started watching him, followed him, reached out a couple times. He was cool as hell, and shit, here we are.
DCBs, how you doing, bro? Go
yeah,
ahead, African. I'm just saying hello to a few people.
Oh, you good, man. I was just listening to the conversation. I'm still, we've been gone for a long time, but still kind of like it's new to y'all over again. Man, I'm like a kid in
yeah,
a candy store. I can't stay out of Tractor Supply. I can't.
yeah. That stuff is addicting, bro. Like when I go to places where they sell hunting gear, this and that, and I'll be looking at a lot of stuff I don't need. Like, man, I don't need another bow. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need another one. I bought one a couple years ago. I haven't shot it yet. I'm gonna take it and get it restrung. Um, and I think I'm gonna make that one my main bow once I sight it in because it shoots 405 feet a second.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
I'm gonna get a crossbow. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get a crossbow.
yeah.
And my deadly bow, she ain't the fastest one, but she don't put a bunch of them out of misery. Uh, and it's a Barnett Raptor,
Yeah, the
Mm.
Raptor. Yeah.
Okay.
and she shoot
Yeah.
330 feet a second, and she's small frame. My brother, I took up with hunting when my brother-in-law went. He was like, "Oh man, I like that because he got his bow. He got a real nice bow, but it's bigger." He was like, "Oh, that's small and compact." And I said, "I got one that's even more compact than this. Like when you cock my other one, I think it's made by Bear. When you cock it, it's 10 inches across. When you cock it,
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
That's a yeah. You can drop something with that.
yeah, it's
I'm over here dealing with a wife who want everything she see now. Doggone, that thing fell outside, baby. That one day she want a 20 gauge, and then
yeah,
we went and looked at some. I'm serious. We went and looked at some, and she was like, "I don't like how that one look. It had the older stock on it. It had a wood frame, and
oh,
and then she turned off of that, and then she was looking at bows and stuff. I said, "Girl, calm down, slow down a little bit, baby."
20 gauge.
She said you got to get your arsenal up quick.
That
That's all.
sound like my
Well,
mom's.
we are rebuilding. Oh, my
My
bad. Go ahead, Stacey.
my Mossberg got wooden stock and wooden grip, and it looked like a Jed Clampett. It looked like it's so daggone long. It looked like a Jed Clampett. That's what I thought.
It's got that country look to it. Got that country
It
feel.
got
I
that.
actually like.
Yeah, it looked like a Jed Clampett, man. It's long barrel
Yeah.
on it. It's
Mm-hmm.
a Mossberg 500 is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got
Yeah.
loaded up with. I got it loaded up with double R buck.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's man. You can't
anything
go
come
wrong.
walking, gonna feel it, huh?
Yeah, man,
Yes, sir.
that's really my home protection. But you can hunt with it. But yeah, I go if I pull out old Cletus, then we got a problem.
Exactly. Exactly. I got a I got a Remy and a Mossberg, and then it's the old cheapo. It's lower end, but it'll still get the job done. Old partner pump. They $199 most of the time. Sometimes you get them a little cheaper.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
And
something, man. when it come to brand names and weapons, I don't care nothing about none of it. I don't see
That's it.
Exactly.
I
I
Exactly.
want some. I want something that's gonna perform.
yeah,
That's it.
I've seen
That's it.
people, and these are friends I got that got you name it up under the cloud that are collectors, got all kind of went to the range with them and they couldn't hit the side of a barn, you know what I'm saying, with a bowling ball. And I'm
Hey,
sitting,
hey, but it's a collective item.
I'm looking like, man, this man pulling out these cases, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
flipping
Yeah.
the latches on them and open the box up and the thing fit in the little foam and I'm like, God,
Yeah.
all kind of stuff. Like, well, this a bad man right here. Man, that man with the shooting ball, like, oh my Lord.
Hey,
Like you
I,
said, couldn't hit the side of a barn with a
Man,
ball. Man,
terrible. Yeah.
I,
We
I
man,
believe some
I
folks
got.
get. Go ahead, African.
Oh, I was just gonna tell Hands, I got I plant when I was planting my peppers, man. Some of them seeds you sent. I was telling folk, they done been on 3 different. They done been back over and back now, and man, 4 of them made it, and 3 of them made it. And man, I'm an overwaterer, y'all. I'm gonna have to come over Wednesday night. I'm gonna have to come to a confession, bro. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm still overwatering stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to
Still.
This what you do, man. This what helps me. I don't know if you got yours in cups or trays or whatever you got them in. Like the little 6-count trays or the styrofoam cup.
Mm-hmm.
Or now I don't know
Well,
if it last or last. I ordered some of them little 6-count trays like they got at the store, like they sell at the store. I got them off of Amazon. They work excellent.
mm-hmm.
But whatever you got in,
Yeah.
they got another tray that you can buy. I buy them from Lowe's. The
Mm-hmm.
black, and it's not the one with the hole in it. You want the one that holds the water.
Right.
So
Right.
I just put my water in the tray, and the plant sucks it up. You know what I mean? As
Yeah.
as needed.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
do summertime, too. Like when I'm growing stuff, where I don't have to, I just man, this tray getting a little low because it'll, I pour the water in the tray and then let my plants soak them up from the bottom. Because if not, I'll
Mm-hmm.
be, you get spraying and it might need some
Yeah.
water. Next thing you know, you've overwatered because what overwatering does, overwatering a plant, it looks exactly like a plant that's underwater.
Right.
They will
Mm-hmm.
look dead, just like a plant that's underwater or overwater plant. It looks the same.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you do? You keep putting water on it because
Put some more
Yep.
water on it.
Yep. Yep.
Sonia
On
Siegler, how you doing? DCBs, what's up? Erectable Garden, how you doing? Do-do-do.
that's
Walker B. Ranch, how you doing? Anne Marie, how you doing?
my man.
Born in 2003. Glad to see you, sis.
That's my man Ben Ereta Bay.
Yeah, Erect the Bay.
That man got some fig trees, bro.
I know. I got some of them cuttings.
Did you? I need to get up with
I
Ben.
got
Don't stay too far from me.
I gotta link up with him, man. I gotta check out his channel. We got our first minute a day. I got a Peachtree. I got a Sam Houston. Shout out to Brook Farmer. Sponsored our little first couple trees over here. And they got some more on sale, but we want to go back and get about 4 more of them. But I'm excited, man. I ain't never had no tree. I ain't never purposed, not on my own.
And,
Set out
and hopefully when you go back, they had the chickens in.
Bruh, man, I was so disappointed. It was supposed to be yesterday, and I don't know if y'all app be like mine. Some of these bigger box stoves. Well, at least since I've been back in the States. Now we got a smaller little I don't know what to call them. They not a supply. I just say supplier over in Louisiana, and they got decent prices, but it's further away.
Right.
So we try to get with Tractor Supply and 1 or 2 other places because they closer. But I'm gonna end up driving over into Louisiana, man, because this 2 weeks now that the chicken's supposed to be in on Wednesday. y'all, it ain't no chickens yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's costly, but Hoover Hatchery.
I never heard of them.
Yeah, Hoover Hatchery. They you order chicks, they send them to the post office. Post office call you and everything. Hey, your chicks in. You need to come pick them up.
Yeah.
Let me write what you said, Hoover Hatchery. Let me write this down.
Uh-huh.
Hoover Hatchery.
And they good. They got good customer service.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got Rhode Island Reds.
They got some everything, man.
They got every chicken on the man.
Hoover Hatchery.
They're a little pricey, but I guarantee you're gonna get everything you need and want.
Right.
Yeah. Well, y'all know I started out raising chickens in Africa at a level. So I'm a little bit not quite as business savvy as I wish I was back over here in the States, because things were completely different over there. You know,
Yeah.
I've been swapped a goat with somebody for, you know what I'm saying, 30, 40 chickens. It's different over here, man.
Check out no, not for chickens. I don't know, maybe for chickens too. But what's that? Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
Check them out for fruit trees. Go on Facebook Marketplace and type in fruit trees, and you may be able to find some at like the ones I found for $9. All them trees I bought for $9.
$9.
Yeah, and those are some of the
Damn.
things that they have at Tractor Supply. The ones that's in the bag. You know, I bought them from the guy here. He got all.
Almost Homestead. I don't remember. I know she got chickens, but I don't remember what kind she got. And Dale Homestead, how you doing, sis?
Hey, Andale.
Hey, Andale, how you doing?
Yeah.
Would you recommend a 15 or a 20-gallon pot? Because we gon' because right now, man, we cutting down so much stuff and moving so much stuff. I don't want to plant anything in the ground until we clear a little bit more acreage, because
Right.
like we rent dozers this later this spring to, just speed up the process, speed up the job. And I'll be doggone. I'll lose my mind if somebody run over.
What is you talking about? The trees?
Yeah.
Oh, the trees you can put in a 15, 20, or 25.
Yeah. Either any of those. If you ain't gonna keep them there forever, yeah, you straight. But you can put no 20 gallons. I got a bunch of trees in 17 gallons. A lot of trees. You got a
whole bunch of trees, bro. You got a whole area dedicated to just trees.
Man, I got trees. I got a lot of trees in ground, but I got more trees in containers than I got in the ground. So I can, cause a few of my trees, whenever we find somewhere, I'm gonna have to dig some of these trees up. I'm gonna dig some of them leave. So whoever gets it, they'll have some fruit trees, but I'm taking a bunch of them with me. The ones
hopefully somebody love fruit trees.
If they don't, I don't care. That's on them. I've been airlaying the crap out of these trees for the last few years. That's why I'm getting more and more trees besides buying trees.
Right.
And so I'll be doing that on my fruit trees again this year. I'm gonna put 3-4 air layers on each tree again and make more trees.
Right. Right. I got 12. It's 12 or 14 mulberry trees. They were like 2 feet apart. I got to dig them fellas up and move.
Oh, you got them in the ground? Yeah, because most get big as a daggone oak tree. They're a
tree.
Yeah, man. If you don't control a mulberry tree, we had one in my backyard when I was, and I know where some grow wild, and they are humongous. Yeah.
I'm gonna dig up 2 of them. We got some folks that come from Alabama for the Soil family. Yeah. I'm digging up 2 or 3 of them and make sure they take it back with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got 2 more, but they're in containers.
Now I got a question, especially for J3. I know you grow olives, you do all this kind of stuff I ain't never did before. Hands in the dirt. I got a question for both of y'all.
I got rid of all my olive trees.
Oh, well, shame on you, sir. Now, how y'all be growing these trees? Because I'm used to seeing. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just in front of God, the world, y'all, everybody. I'm admitting what I don't know. How do y'all be getting fruit off of these trees that's only maybe sometimes 2 or 3 years old? And I just grew up seeing. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't grow up with nobody like planting trees or even growing
Yeah.
trees on a regular. We just had pecan trees, a whole bunch of pear trees. We got 2 pear trees right here right
Yeah.
now. How y'all get them to do that fast?
A lot of it depends on the soil, and it also depends on the variety of the fruit tree. Like
Right.
I got some fruit so early, it don't it make me scratch my head. Like, oh, I ain't fruited.
Yeah.
What's that? A Georgia Belle. I don't think when I got her, she got maybe a year late. The next, I put it in a container. The next year, and she was a bare root, and she
Yeah.
gave me. But yeah, I fertilizer.
Hey.
I
Mm-hmm.
make sure I keep her water because she's in a container, and
Yeah.
I plenty of super juice. You know what I'm saying? I give her
Mm-hmm.
juice, plenty 511. I just keep her fertilized, compost, all that stuff make a
That's what's
difference.
up.
My lemon tree,
Yeah.
not last year because she croaked and she died back, but she back now. But the year before that, oh, she was low. But first of all, she wasn't doing nothing. I had to trick her. To make her. So what I did was to trick her, I made her think that she about to die. You know what I'm saying? I didn't water her. I didn't put no water. If she got water, it had to run. I had that, you know what I'm saying? I had on a food restriction. So the reason plants give us fruit is they're trying to procreate. You know,
Right.
they're trying to keep their species going. That's the only reason we get fruit. So when she thought she was about to die, she started blooming. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as she started blooming, I started feeding her. So
Gotcha.
but I had to trick her though. Yeah. She was in the container too, but I had to put on that the thing, check your pulse and your heart rate. She was over there, beep, beep. That pulse started to slow down. I had to trick her, man. But once I tricked her into blooming, and once she started blooming, because she's trying to survive. Once she started blooming, hit her with the fertilizer. I use coffee grounds. A whole bunch of stuff like that. Coffee grounds. 511. I got super juice sitting over there stinking and funky. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just get her all that stinky. She like it.
That's it.
Yeah, man. You remember
when I started?
Go ahead, J3.
When I started out, I used to go buy all that stuff in the big box store. I used to buy all that stuff to put on my garden, the fruit trees, all that stuff. Once I stopped doing that and just let my stuff grow, I ain't never had no complaints. I think putting all that stuff on there is good, but sometimes it ain't good, depending on where you're at. My soil,
super juice work.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the super juice. That's natural. But my soil and stuff, I think I got some good soil because when I go fishing, throw the fish remains out there and everything. Shoot, it do what it do.
Yeah, and then you had chickens or something too. You had goats.
Yeah, chicken poop, goat poop,
all that stuff, man. And when it rained, it run off. It spread all over the yard, and
that's it.
It's gonna make your soil really rich.
I treat goat poop just like rabbit poop.
Yeah,
it ain't burning nothing up. Just throw it straight up on there.
Yep. That's
the only one
I will say this. I know about goat poop. It take a while to break down, but it don't hurt nothing. It don't hurt nothing, but it take a while for it to break down. Because I was kind of surprised by how long it took. Well, I don't know. Maybe African goats had bigger boo boos or something. I don't know, but it took longer for them to like just really go all the way to like you can't really tell it from the soil no more. But
man,
I'm over here in East Texas, it's kind of like Georgia, man. We have a big area that's just really good, deep, dark, rich soil, and then you just
Mhm.
run around but then you got that red clay over here too.
Oh yeah,
Even
we
when you're
got
driving down the highway, you can see
yeah.
that
Right.
red clay in the little cliffs and stuff. So I'm gonna have to add something.
Yeah. But
But
people,
one good thing about that is now you can get on 75 and you're going towards Atlanta. You'll see red
Mm-hmm.
clay and red clay. Then you come back going southward. You get to a certain part, you won't see all that red clay unless you start digging down in the. You see big trucks
Exactly.
digging in the ground. You'll see it then, because
right,
like over here, in order for me to get clay, I got to dig down deep. Even when I put the trees in, I got to dig deep to get some clay.
and
Oh
all I
yeah.
think
I'm,
since
right. For me, I'm strictly what's it, luminous soil? I
yeah,
have a lot of sand in my soil.
yeah, you start going
Mm-hmm.
towards that, see the difference in it. You can see it when I was stationed down there. You can see it when you jump out your car, all that little gray, powdery looking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Too. But um, having clay soil is not the end of the world because they've been growing in clay in Georgia
Yeah.
Right.
forever.
Right. Right.
The best thing is you get a chance of men. My great uncle and them, they used to have leaves and like he said, old fish and fish gut. They threw all that and but you know
Mm-hmm.
they till it in too though, and they would just till that in and keep it moving. I never seen them use any. I never seen them using the fertilizer.
Yeah. That was a fertilizer. Hell, that was it. I
Yeah.
know one time I was talking to Hans, it was a long time ago, probably a year ago. I don't know if you remember it, but every chance I get, I tell folk be careful with your super juice. I got some on my hand and 3 of my fingers was stinking for about 2 days. I don't care how much I wash. It don't matter
Hey,
what I
that's how you
did.
that's how you get rid of your visitors. When
Yeah,
you wait for your visitor to
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
I got
Get some on you if you want to.
man. I got some sitting over in that thing, and I put that spigot on it, and it's been sitting there. I've been using it, and I fill it back up. Then last year I used all of it out. So let me get all this stuff out of here and start over. Started over, and when I say that stuff is sitting in there good and funky,
I
I had
know it is.
When I thought about going to the store and buy me some soil and stuff, because I just put a raised bed together that was gifted me. And I said, now what I'm gonna do is I'm going out there. I got a whole bunch of wood chips. I'm put some cardboard in, fill it up with wood chips, and then I'm going over to my wood line where all that
Mm-hmm.
brown and black dirt at.
yeah.
I'm gonna put that in my wheelbarrow, and I'm gonna start filling it up with that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm not going to go buy.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, because I said I don't buy soil. Don't get me wrong. I've been buying soil lately
I buy
because
so.
I got a whole bunch of trees and stuff in here that need to be outside. I'm just scared to put them outside because this weather keep getting a little chilly at night.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I buy so. I normally buy. I go to if I don't go. It's a place not far from here. I can go get it by the truck. You know what I'm saying? They sell it. They sell soil. You can get a scoop of it, which is about a bed full of it for like $30 to get a pickup truck load of soil.
Mm-hmm.
Or I go buy bags from Lowe's. I like their soil, but I found out different places that they carry different brands. But I
Right.
just buy the plain soil. Sometimes I buy. They got some soil with compost and manure. I'll buy some of that and I'll mix all that stuff together and then I'll amend it and I'll buy. I had to do that for all of my raised beds because I don't grow in ground.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm a grow right where I had the goats and stuff at. I am gonna grow in that ground.
Oh yeah, you good to
I'm
go.
gonna move all that other stuff,
Oh
but I'm gonna
man.
grow in the ground where them goats was at.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Oh yeah.
you good to go. I saw this video where these people had two different fruit trees. I forgot what they pears or apples or whatever they were, and they probably
Mm-hmm.
was about I say 20 feet apart. And one tree was blooming, had fruit all over it, and it was way bigger than the other tree. And the guy was like, we couldn't figure out why we planted these trees at the same time. We water them together at the same, they do everything the same on both of them. Why one of them was so much bigger and had fruit on it, and the other one didn't? And then he said him and his wife had to think about it when they had bought the property. The people that had the property before had a pig pen over here.
That's it.
It used to be a pig pen over there where the tree that had, it was probably like 2 or 3 feet way taller than the other one, and it had fruit all over. The other one that had no fruit on it. And he was like, that had to be it.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about my property in the back. If you put something back there, it's gonna grow because it got a lot of animals down there as fertilizer. And my animal die, you get buried back there. Dogs, goats, you name it, all buried back there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I like to do is I'll just go kick some dirt and look for mushrooms and mold, not mold, but the mushroom type stuff. Once I see that, I know the dirt is good.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people don't know. Start seeing like mushrooms and all that. It has to be a good environment for it to grow. So I've seen it in my beds. Now I have got stuff in my beds and stuff from overwatering. You know what I'm saying? Where like you start getting mushrooms and you start getting some crazy looking fungus looking stuff. Because I was overwatering. Like, they got one called dog vomit. I'm like, what is this? Yeah. Like, what is
it? Don't sound fun.
It don't look good at all. But I just take soil. Hey man, I just take some soil and throw it over top of it. Man, we keep it moving.
That's it.
I'm keeping myself open to both options. I don't plan on using no heavy. I don't plan on using no heavy chemicals or nothing like that. But I'm keeping myself open to both of them because, like now I can finally say I'm in 8B. Hell, I still don't know where I was in Africa other than just tropical. That's all I knew. But over here in 8B in this zone, like you got the potential to really grow anything depending on the weather or whatever. But I'm kind of at a point where I just now that I'm back and I'm deeper into gardening than I was before we left, I saw how not having access to some of the stuff we got over here can impact you because again, everybody use all natural everything, but guess what? Everybody didn't get a crop every season neither. So it and these folks who doing this for a living, like they whole livelihood kind of like ours. I mean, we were still gonna be all right regardless. We just didn't make no money, and sometimes we lost money. But it was like hell. There wasn't even no water in your garden, man. Very, very, very few. I'm gonna be honest. The people who had irrigation systems was usually foreigners who had went over there to farm, and they would have irrigation systems. As far as everybody else, baby, Jesus, your irrigation system. Good Lord, when it rains, that's all you
pray for rain. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I got I only use my irrigation system in the spring and summer. I don't use it in the wintertime. Like with my collards and all that, I don't worry about watering over top of them because that's they brassicas do fine. I don't even turn my sprinkler system on to the spring when I got the water from the bottom. Like cucumber, stuff that's so susceptible to disease. You have to worry about the spring, summer, but in the my fall, winter garden, I don't have, man. I spray that stuff. I use my hose.
One of the things I like about here where I'm at, you could take your post hole digger and you can start digging. When you get a little bit to 2.5 feet, you're gonna start seeing mud. Water start coming up. That's one of the reasons I said these trees going in the ground.
Your
garden like that, everything going in the ground.
Yeah, you got good water.
Yeah. Now, are y'all in the same zone?
Nah.
In Georgia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah.
He's He's a little more chillier than I
It's
am.
cold where I'm at. Where he at, man, them boys, it's warm down there, man. We're in a totally different. That's one thing people, a lot of times people say, oh, they in Georgia. It ain't the same. Georgia, we got mountains. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got mountains. So you could be in the mountain region. I'm in a little north central. It's mountainy where I'm at. Yeah. And you going down to like Macon, it starts to go, you're in like 8B. It's warmer. And then you go on, and that's where Broke is at, like at 8B. But then
that's where I'm at. Yeah.
You going down there where J3 at? He's probably in 8B, but I guarantee you it's closer to 9A.
You 8B and 9A now, where I'm at.
Yeah. Because it's hot. Is then you get on that with Black's Tropical, they're only like 45 minutes from J3.
Yeah.
So J3, I used to live down that way. I know it's
they're hitting up that 912.
Boy, that thing down there different.
Yeah, bro.
Well,
you might hit 20 over there.
Man.
When I was stationed at Fort Stewart, bro, all I used to look like was some ties with eyeballs. Yeah, I look like some ties with eyeballs, bro. Even I'm on, boy, still there on light black, bro. You ever see somebody light black? It's like, ooh, mama, the tie talking.
Be quiet. That's your uncle right there.
Man,
hot boy.
Hey, bro, when I was stationed at Benning, and it wasn't even summertime yet. When I was stationed at Benning, man, I thought. Don't get me wrong, the humidity, especially we surrounded by water. We got like a couple of lakes around us, man. Yeah. And so the humidity is always in the air. It's always bad. Bro, that doggone Georgia, that damn man, that Georgia boy. Woo.
That summertime in Benning, that's 8B. That's going towards 9. But it's really, you got to get down to Albany when you start getting in. I was down there a couple weeks ago, and it was 70-something degrees. And I could not. This is cuckoo, you know what I'm saying? But Albany is, that's going towards ain't the bottom, but it's getting down that way.
Yeah, it's close to it.
Yeah,
close to the line.
You ain't too far from Florida.
That's it.
Albany, but it was so hot down there. I had to go to a funeral. I'm like, man, what is going on? We down there. I'm like, man, it's hot.
It's crazy.
One of the things I love about Georgia is it's cold, but when 10, 11 o'clock hit, man, you can be in a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Georgia.
What about you talking about in your area?
Yeah, my area. Columbus.
Columbus, all down there. Macon. When you get like an hour and a half south of Atlanta, it's definitely different. You know what I mean? Like I be seeing Broke playing stuff, and he be like, "Yeah, I'm playing." I be looking at him like, "Man, I can't play." J3, they be out there. They be picking, and they already eating and stuff before I get I'm like, man, they already got fruit, and I don't even. You know what I'm saying? My plant is 12 inches tall. They got fruit.
Man.
I know.
Ain't nothing out here right now but kumquats.
Because I haven't even started my seeds yet. I'm gonna do it probably tomorrow. If I get my truck out the backyard, it's stuck in the mud. If I get my truck out from back there, and go to the dump, then I'll come back and start my seeds. I've just been so nervous, man. It's gonna be all right if I start them this weekend or next week, because I have lost I can't tell you how many trays of seedling that were doing really well, because in March here lately we've been getting temperatures dropping back into the 20s.
Yeah,
man, us too, out of nowhere, bro. I almost killed some lettuce, but they ended up being all right. But
that's what gotta be like. Ahead, man. I'm all right with planting a little late this year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That March freeze usually gets us every now and then.
Yeah, And it's been tearing us up. I lost so much fruit last year, it killed all my daggone blooms, everything. And
Yeah.
today I went out there and sprayed my trees, and I sprayed everything pretty deep. I might hit them again tomorrow. But I like to spray around the trunk of my tree. I like to spray around the soil of my tree. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to kill what's in the
Mm-hmm.
ground because there's some stuff in the ground to come out the ground to go into your tree.
Yeah.
Right.
I was spraying and I'm looking at them like, okay, I see some stuff that was maybe a little bitty buds on them, trying to bud out a little bit, nothing coming out of it, not flowering or nothing like that. But I was like, please don't bud, please. And as soon as I see them white tulips, I'm like, please, because the temperature is so crazy. We get into the 60s, then back into the 30s. They're gonna do that this week. You know, we're
Yeah.
gonna go back to the 30s, 60s, and back into the 30s. I'm like,
Yeah.
Right.
please don't bud. I wanted to stay colder so that my fruit trees, you know what I'm saying, I don't get that crazy temperature drop and it kill all my
Yeah.
daggone flowers.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
Right.
now I went to Lowe's the other day, and they had some peach trees out there. They said they were patio peaches, but
Yeah.
them things were looking so good. And I took two of them and put them in the cart. I said, no, let me put these things back. I put them back because bees was all around them. I said, ain't no bees getting in trouble. I put them
Mm.
fellas right.
Growing while they eat, so he done
They
Brunswick
had blooms
down there.
all on them.
I know Brunswick gotta be down there. Brownwick, you damn near in Jacksonville.
you in North Florida, boy. You in North Florida.
Yeah, yeah, you almost in Jacksonville. I know you hot down, boy.
What's
But
up,
see,
Eco,
I
man?
I I want to stay in a place
No,
where,
growing ain't too far from me.
yeah, when it's hot, where stuff don't, and if it does, the temperature's not gonna drop too far where it's gonna kill my stuff. Or if it's cold, it's
Yeah.
cold.
What's up, Eco
Uh-huh.
neighbor?
I noticed that. Yeah, what's up, Eco? I noticed like Nikki, she's in Maryland, and they stay cold. The temperature, they stay cool the way they're supposed to for the most part, and it gets warm when it's supposed to for the most part. And their fruit trees do really well because they don't get that uh, frost. You know what I'm saying? That comes in and kills everything. It's back like when I was younger. We had a winter, which was pretty short, and then we had spring.
Right.
Stuff bloomed, and then everybody had fruit trees and fruit was everywhere. You didn't get that last minute late cold in late March.
But that only started
Yeah.
happening what, about 2-3 years ago?
I would say maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started noticing that. Like, man, what is going on?
March
Yeah.
almost over, then we get that little frost. Dog, they'll kill up everything. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about they killed all my stuff, and I had it in the greenhouse wrapped up like a mummy, and it still
That's what I
killed
was
it.
finna say. That's what I was gonna say a while ago, man. I remember it was either last year or year before last. You had stuff in the
The year
greenhouse,
before last,
and that
yeah,
that that was year before last. And then
the
that
year
cold
before
came
last,
through, man, and killed everything, man.
everything started all over, man.
I
I had to
remember that.
replant everything. And
Yep.
so this year, what I'm going to do is even the stuff that I got in the greenhouse, I'm going to cover it with plastic. You know what I'm saying? Once I
Mm.
put it out there,
Mm-hmm.
even the stuff I got in the greenhouse, man, I'm going to
Man,
cover it with
Yeah.
plastic.
you better put a heating blanket over that stuff.
I'm thinking about putting this heater that I'm standing at, it's got right here. It's got a little temperature, a little digital thing. I'm thinking about sitting it in there on the center block, and turn it
Yeah.
on the lowest temperature, which is probably like 60 something, where it just need to keep it above freezing.
Right.
It
Yeah.
Right.
be,
Y'all. Hey, now I got a confession for y'all, fella. This is something I ain't never tried before, but since we've been back, April got me some seed, right? I love asparagus. Man, I could eat asparagus probably, if
Oh,
not every day,
boy.
every other day. Bruh, so the only times I done never tried to grow asparagus, they came from the like the bulb. I grew it from a root. I ain't never tried it from seed, right? I see
yeah,
you, J3. I see you.
Hey,
But look on the back of yours and see if it say what mine said. I ain't gonna read all of it, but it say after 1 year, transplant to permanent location where plants will grow undisturbed. Set plants 18 inches apart. Harvest crops after 3 years,
yeah,
then every spring. I
Yeah,
said, man, I looked at these doggone seeds. Man,
yeah.
ain't what? What?
Now
Ain't
you
but
want me
3
to tell you
years?
what I'm gonna do? You want me to tell you what
What
I'm
you
gonna
gonna
do?
do? What you gonna do?
The bed that I just got gifted, that's gonna be nothing but these asparagus right here. I'm gonna put them
Uh-huh.
in there, and whenever they start growing, uh, I know I'm gonna see one or two little something up in there.
Yeah,
It's just for me to taste. That's all. I'm gonna
yeah.
leave it
That's what I
alone. I
can't
just
wait
want
for.
to taste it. I just want to taste it,
As
and I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I,
leave it alone. And when it get big enough, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not. I don't rush nothing. I got more than enough stuff out here that I ain't got to rush this.
I love asparagus, but I won't be growing it. It's certain things that I really love, but I'm not gonna grow them. Just the time constraints. Um,
Yeah, man.
yeah, I'm not gonna grow. And then I go to this international market, man, where they got really good vegetables and stuff, way better than you can get in Publix, and you got way more varieties and all kind of stuff in there, man. I think the next time I go in, I'm gonna take my camera out and just start videoing like some of
You
this stuff.
should, bro.
Like,
Well,
they got cilantro, they got culantro, which tastes just like cilantro, but it looks like more of a big leafy plant, look like a big leaf. You know what I'm saying, like a
Yeah.
tulip leaf.
Yeah.
Um,
you trying to make me come up to Atlanta, hands? I don't like going to Atlanta, but you trying to make me come up there?
I'll tell you a good place to go if you come up here, man, is the Cabs Farmers Market. The Cabs International Farmers Market. It's bigger than this place that I go to. But the Cabs is on the other side of town, so I'm not gonna drive. But if I'm over that way, I will go. That's the one that you really need to see, J3. That one right there will blow your mind. That will blow your mind. You go over to uh, where the vegetables are, or where the pastas and noodles, and they got them from every country. They're gonna have the name of the country. Like you might suck broccoli, it's gonna be Mexican broccoli, Italian, all these different places.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna have all the different fruits from.
Netta Ness, how you doing?
You'll love it, man. But
Happy Mac, how you doing?
you go into the meat section, that's gonna blow your mind. Yeah, yeah. Even the Namdi Nam where I
I
go,
love Atlanta.
Now there
you can buy
was
goat and Namdi Nam. You can buy goat and Namdi Nam. You can buy lamb, sheep. You
man, I can find gold any place.
They have them in the frozen section. You can get half, a whole, or however you want them.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
love Atlanta. It's a
somebody
beautiful
emailed
spot.
me. Somebody emailed me 2 weeks ago. They wanted me to come. What is the marketplace? It's someplace in Metter. They got an open market. They wanted me to come up there and start selling my stuff.
Yeah.
I don't make stuff big enough to go sell at a market. I
Uh,
just do it for family wise. But they wanted
right.
me to come up there and sell.
Yeah. 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 I just grow for me, man, and my family, and I give away a lot of stuff. This next spot I'll see. I want to. Hopefully, it won't be like this ground I got here. It'd be where I can actually go into the ground, and because I want to do an in-ground garden, and then maybe a couple raised beds. I probably definitely won't have it as large as probably won't be growing as much as I'm growing here, um, because I'll be focused more on getting back to hunting and fishing.
Yeah. I gotta get back into my fishing. I
Yeah,
love fishing.
I got a buddy that lives in Savannah. I ain't gonna call him my buddy. Well, I got a buddy that he is my buddy that lives in Savannah, but his friend is his friend. Um, he took me out fishing down there a few years back, and the other guy, used to work for me. And he did that for me. All these boys, they always reach out to me and check on me and stuff. And he's like, "Man, you still like to fish?" And I told him, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Oh man, I got a buddy with a boat. Um, let me know. He'll take you out." And so I called him back. "Yeah, man, put me on. We'll come down." We went down, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, I'm at the dock. I'm thinking his buddy finna pull up in some BS. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man finna pull up in some bullshit. I probably gonna have life vest around my neck. You know what I'm saying? My man pull up in like a 38-foot center console.
Ooh.
I was like, okay. So
That one
we
of
went
them
out.
You
man
still
boats.
fishing.
Yeah, we went out, man,
Yeah.
and he took, and then he was ex-military too. So man, him was really. I still got his number. Need to call him. And we went out, and I caught whiting and croaker and black
Mhm.
and all that. And then the next day we went out. He took me back up one of them creeks that's leading. Like I thought we was gonna get stuck, man. I was like, man, what these boys, these country boys, man, they got us. Like, man, we figured this man had us going back in these little inlet creeks
Uh-huh.
where he had a stick pushing off the. He knew what side was
Off
the
the
deep
bank,
side,
yeah.
and I said, man, and look, man, I said, if you get stuck back there, ain't nobody gonna find you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that
Yeah.
boat, we couldn't turn around. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that type of deal. Not where we ended up at. But man, let me tell you something. I can't
Yeah.
tell you how many times I got my line broke back up in there.
Oh yeah.
I had 40-pound test, and it was brand new line because I respooled I got deep sea fishing reels. I respooled all my reels. I had 80 to 90-pound leaders on there. You know what I'm saying? And they was snapping that, they were breaking that, bro. Sure was.
That's
But
crazy.
we caught some redfish, caught some big drums. Man, we caught some big fish, some groupers, all kind of stuff.
Hey, I like them sheethead back there, man.
I like sheepheads too.
Man,
Florida full of them. And that I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this. That's one thing you can't deny. Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, doggone Florida, Mississippi, and Alabama. No other places on earth, in my opinion, well, I'm gonna say in the States, can you just really get that combination of good freshwater and saltwater fishing down at the same time, baby.
Yeah.
It's dope. But what I was gonna say about Atlanta a while ago, Atlanta, I love it. It's really international. It's very New Yorky in that sense that they got something for everybody.
Yeah.
No matter what your nationality is or where you from, you
Yeah.
might even have a whole neighborhood full of y'all.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
much like Vegas, you can come on vacation and leave on probation. Places like
Yeah.
that scare me. You gotta be careful.
Atlanta definitely that.
Yeah.
We got certain areas of Atlanta where if you go up in the Buford Highway, and people that's in here that's from Atlanta, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you go up the Buford Highway up in that area, you're gonna think you're in a foreign country. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna see stuff written these languages. They got some restaurants, they got some of the best markets, from Korean to Chinese to African to Arab, whatever it is, they got it. You got and it's really known in that area, but all over really in the cities like that. I see Teasley saying that that farmer market is the bomb. She goes there to purchase lamb, sausage, and exotic fruits. Yeah, you're gonna see some fruit in there, bro. You're like, what in the hell is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see some stuff in there that's gonna make you scream. They got some of the best breads, the bakery, because they got bread from everywhere. Belgium this, you know what I mean? Swedish that, German this, French that. You can get any kind of bread you want. They got a bakery in there. You can get all the different types of pastries from all over these different places. They actually got a restaurant in there where you can go in there and get you a great meal in there. They got catfish and all these different things that are living. You could pick out the fish you want. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
She says she want to go fishing.
She says that she want to go fishing.
Yeah.
I got to get my brother-in-law.
Done taught that fishing spirit up in her.
Yeah, my brother, he's a tournament fisherman.
Yeah.
And I got Bubba back here, but I got a boat, man. I had that boat at my house one weekend, and I took it up to Hardware. It's been up to Hardware, I know, 4 or 5 years now. I ain't been back up there but maybe once or twice. Boat just sitting there at my buddy's house. But yeah, I got to get back into boating and get on it because it's fun.
Yes, it is.
Water, and
I prefer using a boat in a small ponds and stuff. But
Yeah.
when now I'd have been out there on off of Midway, been in Brunswick in the water and everything, but
Yeah.
I want to see land.
Man, it don't make me no difference. Long as y'all
I want
got,
to see land.
oh, we got some flotation devices on there, and this boat is sound. No, I'm not finna get on no junk now. I get on, you crank it up, and it sound like it's clunking. Yeah, it sound like it was made by Chrysler. Or something. Shit. Yeah, I'm a fish from the bank, bro. But
That's it. That's it.
I got an old boat out here, Bubba. I bought that boat. Me and my kids caught plenty fish on that thing, man. I use it mostly for trolling. I put it in lakes, and stuff like that. But I hadn't had it in the water in a long time. I got to put a floor in it. But I like that boat because it has a double hull in it, and you could walk around on it, and it doesn't sway. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I got a little 6 horsepower motor on it. I think I may have used it once. I mainly just troll. You know what I'm saying? I got my trolling motor in the front and the back. I used to carry maybe 2 or 3 batteries on there, and have my poles hanging all the way around, and I just go trolling, just sliding through that real slow. Or I tie up to a tree. Man, my kids caught so many fish out of bubble. It don't make no sense.
Hey.
Yeah.
Bubba said it paid for itself.
Oh man, I got a stupid deal on it. The motor is worth more than the boat. You know what I'm saying? That little 6 horsepower motor. I didn't think it ran. And I got it up there, and them boys up there, all of them got boats, so they really know about boats. What you got here, boy? And I said, man, I changed the spark plug in it, but I ain't want to try to start it till I got up here with y'all. Because I know them boys, they know about boats. Man, I got up, and they went playing with it and this and that. And next thing I know, they got it started. Had it sitting in a bucket of water. So that because you got to have that water with the had it sitting down in that 50-gallon drum of water and got it started. And after that, I used it once or twice, and I didn't use it no more. I just like trolling it.
Shit, that fella probably looking for you now. I need to run, man. I need to run.
Yeah. I need to buy another gas tank and primer. A little primer pump. That's all she needs is another gas tank because I don't know what I did with the gas tank.
No, not a problem, African Dreamer. Who was it? I rented one of them boats off of Fort Stewart.
Yeah.
Man, I said I'm gonna get it for the weekend. I went out fishing Friday, Saturday. I said, shoot, I gotta go to church. Stopped by my uncle's house. Hey, you want to ride with me so I take this boat back? He grabbed two of his sons. He said, come on, let's go. I said, I'm getting ready to take the boat back to Fort Stewart. Now let's go see what it do. Man, I took him down there Midway, put the boat in the water and everything. And my grandmother was looking for us for church. We were supposed to be going to church.
Yeah,
man. She got on us. And the only thing he want to do is ride around in the boat. I said, man, where the fishing stuff at? I just want to ride around. Man.
Yeah, I'd have been mad then. I was going to just ride around the boat. I might as well went to church. I want to fish, bro.
I've been throwing something in that water. I don't just take a boat out there to boat ride. No.
Yeah. But I'm gonna call my brother-in-law because he was talking about doing some crappie fishing. They pull his boat out. We slide on top of something, catch some crappie, man. And like I told him, I know some spots up there in Hartwell where my boat is. Yeah, I know some spots. And we get up in that water. I don't caught some big bass up there, and I wasn't even fishing for them. I was fishing for crappie.
Hey, I know how that is.
Yeah.
Sure, I go to the prison pond, and sometimes I be going for catfish. I come out with 2 or 3 bass.
Yeah,
man, it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
But my main goal is to get catfish.
Yeah, this particular place up there, they got when I used to go fishing them boys up there, Coldwater Creek. They got a lot of standing timber up there. I'm talking about standing trees all in the water.
Yeah.
And
that Fort Stewart stuff, huh?
Yeah, I'm talking about trees and them boys, they like to troll. And I was like, man, this ain't that. You know, when I first started fishing with them, I'm like, this ain't how I crappie fish. They just trolling all over the place. Like, man, y'all got all them trees standing. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go over and tie up to a tree and fish
That's it.
straight down. You know what I mean?
That's it.
They like, man, man, this where the fish at. I would tie up to a tree and just start going straight down and weighing them out.
That's it. That's it. Especially on Fort Stewart, you go out there, you just hit up that tree. This is where I'm gonna be for at least for the next 2-3 hours.
I love fishing on Fort Stewart. The only thing, because it's great fishing. The only
Yeah.
thing I didn't like about fishing on Fort Stewart is the alligators.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
And the game warden.
yeah, them dirty games. Yeah, they just pop up on you, man.
Man,
Them
I tell you, I had a double cooler. I'm glad I did. Man, I had fish all in the bottom of my cooler, and I set the other cooler on top of it. Oh, what you got today? I said, no, I just got this one fish right here. He started talking all that stuff. Oh, shoot, I ain't catching nothing here. Let me get on up out of here. I'm glad he didn't look at my bottom cooler. I'm glad he didn't. Shoot, I would have got me a ticket. He probably would have took me in too.
yeah, man. Them jokers be low down and dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just slide up on you. How you doing? They try to be all friendly. Yeah, you got your license? Yeah, man, I got my license. Catch anything what you catch. Just being not like, man, don't you have something else to do?
Hey, I was in my granddaddy red truck, and I was stalking this deer. He was walking down the side of the road, and
Yeah.
I was just stalking. I'm looking around, ain't nobody around. Put a round in, chamber it.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to pick that fella up and just aim out the window. I had all the windows open, getting ready to aim out the window. And the old fella gonna walk up on the passenger side. How you doing there? He said, that gun ain't loaded, is it? I said, I don't think so. Man, no, I was lying. That new library that they had built in Hinesville, I helped pay for that. They used to catch me left and right because when I see a deer, instead of climbing up in the tree, I'm gonna get him
on the side of the road. Yeah,
I'm gonna get him.
If
he know he ain't got that deer. That deer know he ain't got no business walking on the side of the road.
If he was on my land, he finna take a ride in the truck. If he's on my land, he finna take a ride in the truck.
Nah, I was on Fort Stewart.
Yeah,
that was a law then. Shoot,
yeah,
man.
You definitely taking a chance on Fort Stewart. But there's so many deer down there, like that back strip.
They got some good hunting up there, man.
They do.
Good hunting.
That back strip coming from Pembroke going into Fort Stewart. That
144.
Man, it used to be deer going. I used to be so scared driving down there with deer everywhere on both sides of the road, man.
Hey.
I'm talking about loaded with deer. Both sides of the road. I just shake my head like this is crazy.
Folks used to hit them deer left and right. They rushing trying to get to work. Man. They hit it and somebody else come pick it up.
Right behind them and throw it in the back of the truck. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah. By the time you turn around, come back, you went to the store and got a couple groceries, came back, like, man, what happened to that deer?
Hey, make you think you really didn't hit nothing, but your car tore up in the front.
Like, I can't believe that deer gone that quick, man. Somebody done slid up on that deer. He gone. They probably already got him corded up.
That is it.
Yeah.
Well, bro.
Yep.
We about to call it quits.
All right, man. It was
Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it, bro.
No problem.
Love you.
Love you too, man. Y'all have a good one now.
Hey, you ain't never sent me a message that you got that, man.
I did. I put it in the chat, but you didn't see it. Yeah, I got it today. In fact, I dropped it off at the doctor's office, and he texted me. He was like, "Hey, man, that honey's really good."
Hey,
good.
Tell him I do my best work.
And he was like, "Hey, man, I guess when I guess he off on the weekend. I mean, I guess he got his own off hours, but he's a gardener. He's like, yeah, come over there and check your garden out. We do. I was like, man, say no more. We can run it.
That's it.
Next time I come in there for a physical, knock something off the pry.
That's it.
All right, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yep.
Everybody in the chat, I want to thank you for coming in. I hope from the beginning, I hope we learned something about these cell phones, iPads, and all this other stuff. So, hey, y'all be blessed. I love you. And think about something. Think about something. Y'all be blessed now.